Hey, what's going on? This is Lando Success, your favorite motivational teacher. This is my YouTube channel. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Lando Success. I just completed my second Zoom webinar on investing. The first one I did was Investing 101, how to buy stocks from your phone. And the second one was Investing Strategies. I know how to buy stocks, but what's next? So I decided to do a YouTube recap to give you guys an overview of the information that I went over in there. And if you are interested, I will have the link probably in the description where you can sign up and check those out in more detail. The reason I decided to host a Zoom webinar is because I have known about investing since 2008. And I always taught my friends, taught my family, taught people close to me. I knew about it. Unfortunately, in the Black community, as a group, we don't have the knowledge. So a lot of us want to know more about stocks. We just need somebody to teach it to us and break it down how we can understand. So the first thing I did was went to Apple Keynote and created all of my own content. I wanted something that you couldn't find on YouTube, anywhere else. I wanted to completely custom make my own content. The second thing I wanted to do was make it available to enough people, so I signed up for Zoom where I can host webinars. The third thing I did was charge $10 for each person to be a part of it. I know the first thing that comes to your mind is, why did you charge, Lando? Why you didn't just do it for free? And being fully transparent and honest with you, first, to host a Zoom webinar, it cost me about $50 to $60 a month to have a subscription to be able to do that. But that's why you notice a lot of people are not really doing Zoom webinars, because that's about $700 a year. Next, I wanted to record the content so people can see it. And with VMO, that is about $200 and something a year for that subscription. So we're close to about $1,000 a year. As much as I love giving free content like I've been doing on my YouTube and to friends for years, this one you have to pay for, unfortunately. But on the bright side, I am doing this YouTube so you can get a small recap of what's going on and what is the webinar is about. So with the first webinar, I wanted to break it down very simple so anybody can really understand it. I didn't want to go too difficult, didn't want to go too advanced. So I started off with, what is an IPO? When a new company go public like Facebook, they're telling everybody, hey, you can come invest in a company this day. It's going to be $28 or $38 or $10 a share. Start investing. I gave a detailed example of IPOs and even broke down even further, because what usually happens with IPOs, people usually buy, and right after they buy, the price completely go down. Same thing Facebook kind of did. And once that share price goes down, the first thing everybody want to do is always sell. And I think with Facebook, after the first year, it was down before it got back up to the original price. If you look at it now, it was definitely worth holding. Another part I cover is which type of app should you use. My favorite is Stash, Robinhood, and Cash App. Those are something you can use for your phone, and you can kind of use them for different things. Stash, I use those for ETFs. They are amazing for ETFs. That is actually my favorite of the three. My second favorite is Cash App, since it's so accessible, so easy, very transparent, and simple to invest in Cash App. My third is Robinhood. The reason I love Robinhood, because stocks you can't find on Stash, you can't find on Cash App. You can usually find them on Robinhood. Robinhood is involved in a lot of lawsuits, so I'm very cautious of how much money I put into Robinhood. Another thing we talked about is fractional shares, because the old school boys, the Vanguards, the Merrill Lynches, they don't provide that. Such as Cash App lets you buy a fraction of a share. If Amazon is $3,000 just to get one share with their company, average person is not trying to spend that. But if you got $20 and you got $50 and you got $100, you want to build, you can buy a fraction of a share. Majority of people favorite is dividends, but for some reason people always have a hard time kind of explaining it. What a dividend is, the best way and the most simplistic way to break it down is when a company have extra money, they take that extra money and pay the shareholders. So they pay you for owning a share, and they pay you a percentage of it. It's a very, very small percentage, but it adds up after a while. For example, I believe Coca-Cola is about $46 a share, probably paid 3% dividends. So 3% of that $46 is about $1.60 something. So they will pay you $1.60 something per year for every share you hold. And they kind of pay it out quarterly, so they'll probably pay you 40 cents. So even though it don't seem like a lot of money, but when you build your portfolio up to 100,000, 200, 300,000, $500,000, $1 million portfolio, those dividends add up. And that's when you can actually start paying your bills off because you're making so much dividend. And most companies will continue to pay you that dividend, no matter if the price go all the way down, go all the way up. Companies have history for paying for over like 100 years straight. So investing strategies, I wanted to hit diversification hard, because if you have all of your stock in one basket, that is great if the company goes up, but if it crashes and go down, you're screwed. So you kind of got to diversify it, not in just different companies, but in different sectors. So you have gas, you have healthcare, you have media, you have technology. So I went heavy on different sectors, and I even shared some of the stocks that I currently own and I actually like. Quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. I am just a black brother giving y'all some free game. The dope thing that I also talked about was REITs, real estate investment trust. That is where you can invest into real estate without having to physically go buy a building and go through the hard process. One of the REITs I own is amazing because when I looked the company up, I seen that they own a building which is 5 minutes away from my house, and I invested in that, so I'm actually part owner. Now, REITs have a lot of pros and have a lot of cons. I go in detail of those two also in there. But I know majority of my followers are starting small. I decided to go with a power 30, and I break down how you should do it, which ones you should keep in, which ones you should keep out. One of my favorite slides was how to invest $1,000, because there actually is a right way and a wrong way to do it. Whether you take $1,000 and put it directly into one stock, or should you take $100, put it in 10 different stocks. The method I teach is buy the exact same stock. Instead of investing $1,000 one time, you can do it 10 times. But I don't teach to invest $1,000 in just one lump sum. Because if you buy a share at $100 and it go down the next day, you're not about to make any profit until it go back up to $100. But if you buy a little bit right then and it go down and you buy a little bit later and you keep on doing it, you kind of balance out. One of the last sections I covered was Warren Buffett. He is my favorite investor. He is the GOAT of investing. So I usually mirror everything he does. Whenever I'm about to buy a serious stock, I always ask myself, WWBD, what would Buffett do? And one of his rules is only buy things that you understand. If you don't understand the industry and your friends telling you, hurry up, buy this stock, 90% of the times you do that, you're going to lose money because it's not an industry that you understand or took the time to research. If you don't understand it, you don't have to invest in it. And if it make money, it is okay. You don't have to get in on everything. You really only have to find about 3 or 4 companies that will take off for you. So that is my recap. If you are interested in the webinar, it is only $20 there, $20 each. You don't have to worry about no monthly subscription. You don't have to worry about any gimmicks, no $100 course. When you honestly watch this content, it is worth every single dime. It is worth 10 times more than that $20. But the good thing about it is I have it where you can rent it for a week. So you can have it on your device. You can go over, make sure you take notes. I always tell people to act like you are watching it live, and that will probably give you the best results. After you watch it, feel free to hit me up. Give me some good feedback. I love great reviews. I love honest reviews. Go check out some of the reviews from the people that participated that love it. Always remember, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. I'm Lando Success. I'm out. See you later.